is her very first novel. Please welcome Holly McKinnis. Oh, you're right here. Welcome.
Thank you. Wow, if I'd known you guys were all good, I would have just totally given it a pass. I wrote this, it's a travel log because I actually, for once, went out of town all by myself. It's called The Bird Rises from the Ashes. Turn right, she screams. Turn right, turn right. PETA. I call her PETA because she's my pain-in-the-butt navigation system, and she's freaking out. Her agitation, however, fails to override my sense of self-preservation. It's been a few years since I visited Phoenix, and when I came last, I rode in someone else's car. This time, I brought my own. I'm on my way to work out at a fitness center I chose for its high rating and proximity to my friend's house. It's not too seedy, and it's not too far. Phoenix seems to be a victim of its own success. It's a lovely city that grows ever onward into the hills and dales of the Arizona desert. Its highways expand into mounting chaos. My turnoff spews out construction vehicles by the dozen. A grader and a bulldozer confer with a water truck, while the safety crew skips around waving flags and what appear to be rave sticks. I'm not sure because it blows by so quickly, and I barely have time to avoid a semi whose driver has evidently become aware of the lack of egress and is pulling back into traffic. A few hundred feet down the road, PETA comes out of her pout and again suggests I turn right. I swear, I'm not trying to annoy her, but the cars coming down the ramps have all welded their bumpers together, and this makeshift train of SUVs and subcompacts disallows the insertion of a foreign vehicle. Of course, by foreign, I mean one with an out-of-state license plate. When I finally succeed in de-freewaying my car at the subsequent exit, PETA immediately requests that I get back on the I-93 to travel in the opposite direction. On this side of the road, however, all the exits are clear, and I can feel PETA's smug superiority wafting off her pink plastic case like the scent of broccoli left unattended. When I pull into the parking lot, I notice the new construction, fresh bricks, paint, and a lack of graffiti. On the inside, I plunk down 5 American, and I make my way to work out. I wheeze and huff up the cement steps of the spiral staircase, and after a wrong turn onto the inside track, a catwalk that borders the ceiling of a basketball court, I arrive in the weight room. Note to self, the indoor track activity is not for agoraphobics or for people who can read. I decide this after reading the "Do not lean on the rail" signs posted every 10 feet. Entering the weight area, I sit at the thigh machine. Dual use, the sign announces in large font. And I haven't brought a companion with me. And asking a stranger to help me straddle a metal and rubble contraption seems awkward. But after putting on my reading glasses, I see in smaller font that I can use the machine for working both the inner and the outer thigh. I bang out a few reps and I make my way around the circuit. And in the middle of the room, which abuts the track, I fall into conversation with a tall, lanky woman strolling on the catwalk. 15 revolutions make a mile, she tells me. And yes, she is too sexy for her shirt. I'm almost to the end of my reps when another gymster shows up. She discovers an antiquated boombox and dials in a combination of static and rock, setting the volume to jet engine. I last about 90 seconds before I feel the need to finish my workout in the cardio room. And once I've hosted myself onto an elliptical, I stomp and punch my way to heart health. For 10 minutes, a blissful solitude embraces me, but then another woman enters and steps into the treadmill next to me. But then immediately she jumps down and pushes a button on the bottom of the machine. "Looks like nobody has worked out today," she says. And then she hops back onto the treadmill, adjusting the hem of her ankle-length skirt for maximum coverage. I try to keep my gaze on her face where her eyes are, but my attention keeps straying to her Nike shoes and Puma socks. I mean, is that combination even legal? I have learned so much on this trip to Phoenix, which is Las Vegas' sister city, but I had no idea the power button was so far down on the treadmill.